Hello and welcome back from the Shaded Woods. Turns out I completely forgot the sequence of event. The ring is something that we need to get later. The passage from the next area is actually was written in this the temple, of winter, which, like I said, that brazier will take us to the DLC, but we don't have to take it now. Instead, we need to move forward from here. There we go, through this steep decline. Level design 101, guys. Let's see, behind this there's some loot that I forgot. Yes, actually. A soul of a hero. So actually, we haven't checked yet the soul of a smelter demon, so let's give it a go. There we go. Soul of a smelter demon that haunts the castle that sunk into a pool of iron. The old Iron King's life was taken by a mass of iron that had been given a soul. Was this metal Goliath there from the beginning, or was it a product of the king's conceit? The war may never know. And just Glyphs basically hinted, more importantly, who cares? Here we have a bunch more enemies that are basically just these the silhouettes, which essentially trick you into thinking they're players, ghosts, when in reality they are actually enemies. And as a result, you cannot actually target them. They're a bit tricky because they can use the daggers for quick attacks. And the crossbows for, an extra punch. There we go. But again, they're still technically just technically doable. Let me see. Maybe later. I'll just grab that later on. And through taking Liar ahead. Okay. Anyway, by taking this tunnel, this very dark tunnel, we pop up during a rainstorm. Man, just taking a single tunnel changes the weather like that.
Of course, fate.
Oh, sorry, there are more enemies from the Lost Bastille that I need to get rid of. Ow! Seriously? I need to track back the entire road.
So the moral of the story,
be prepared.
Just don't go in tunnels, ever.
Well, but that's our way. That's our way ahead, the Dweebs. Unfortunately, that's the only one for now. Later on, the game will open up again. This is essentially we're getting to pass the halfway point to the mid-game dungeon that serves as, launching us into a new set of ones afterward. Falconeers. There we go. See if the ones from behind want to reach me now. Perfect. So might as well ask in the meantime, since we really haven't had the chance to talk about this one of these streams, because that, since this again is going to be published in the future anyway, might as well talk something about the past. Dweebs,
yes?
When it came out, did you went to see Across the Spider-Verse?
Yes, I did.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't asked, more or less than, or on the same level as the first movie?
I won't, I can't give a definitive answer to that at the minute, since that's clearly part one of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'll hold off until it comes out, provided the strikes get a good resolution.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the home video release, is the home video release affected by it? Oh, you mean part 2? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. God damn it, I hate these enemies. Again, the problem with these guys is that they are untargetable due to their invisibility, fake invisibility, so they tend to be a bit... There we go. Actually, one movie that has come out recently that I haven't asked instead, since it's also part 1, have you seen Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning?
Yes, I have, yes.
Well, how about that one? Did you enjoy it for the part 1 that it was?
Yeah, although there were a couple of things about it that were kind of like, oh, okay.
Okay, then.
I won't say they are heavy spoilers though.
Sure, and again, they're about, you know, a part 1 anyway, so...
Yeah. Although the irony of it, the enemy of the film is literally the very thing that the studios that are striking are desperate to implement.
Okay. An AI.
How's that for irony?
I don't know.
Again, no, you'll find out more when we see the movie.
Okay, let's get these 3 guys.
Also, I bought tickets. Again, but this isn't going to be released till movies later. I booked tickets to see 3 people.
Right, well, yeah, you mentioned that in the previous part. Actually, there is something else that's coming out in September, so it's another thing for the future, but I think at least one of you is actually going to see the London stop for the Sonic Symphony. Are you?
Am I what?
Are you going to the second Sonic Symphony concert in London?
Yes.
Cool. Because I checked the stats because they mentioned they added 2 new dates, but the London tickets were completely sold out. Like, goddamn.
It was kind of a mess too because there was a newsletter to get emails early. And they didn't send them out for like 3 hours for most people.
Of course.
So the only way I and a lot of other people were able to get tickets before they were all gone was because some people shared the code online.
Oh man. Anyway.
It's like, okay, we all saw Sega fucked up. Here you go.
Actual gentleness and kindness from strangers online. Anyway, welcome to Drang Lake Castle. That definitely leaves an impact. Although the contrast of the darkness of the stone and the more bright color of the borders makes it almost like a drawing, a Frank Miller drawing with the the contrast. Like there's a bit too much emphasis on that. God damn it, stupid wizard! And we find at the entrance the Emerald Herald. What are you doing? Let's talk to her.
This castle is isolated.
Leave me alone, I'm busy.
No, well, yes and no. It seems she's just pointing us to the next to the other direction. Oh, not very sociable today. Awoosh! Anyway, moving forward, we get another bunch of the elephant guards. Yeah, I'm not gonna get them. Yeah, let's move forward, please. So, the main gimmick of this dungeon is that there are automatons, golems, which get activated the more souls you feed them. Essentially, defeat enemies near these particular braziers, which will get filled with their souls as they get, killed, which will eventually activate the golems, which will activate the internal mechanism of the castle, which is pretty cool as a mechanic. The trade-off is that, of course, you do not get the souls, but, it's pretty negligible for what you're supposed to do. Again, it's pretty, it gets creative with a game mechanic that it has. You just need to do some crowd control.
Can you please just stop so I can...
Kind sir.
Thank you.
And there you go. That one has been activated, but I need to defeat one more enemy nearby. The trade-off is that the enemies keep spawning until the mechanisms are activated, because we need a supply of enemies to continue. I just need to try. Oh, okay, door's open, let's get inside. Are you gonna follow me? Are they there? Gonna follow me. Alright, let's do this song and dance again. I was trying to backstab this guy, but it didn't work. Alright, let's talk instead about the movies that they're actually coming out instead in October, Halloween release with. Are you gonna go see Saw X, for example?
Probably, although, again, my goal is to have seen them
Beforehand, one way or another. Sure, I understand that. There you go. There's also the new Agatha Christie Kenneth Branagh horror movie, which is reframed as a horror story. We'll have to see how that works out. If I recall correctly, there should be a bonfire nearby. Maybe it's from beyond. All right, let's see. Remember, we're here to find King Vendrick, so let's see if we can actually talk to His Majesty. There seems to be a ghost here. Maybe he can tell us something.
A haunting of Venice. It comes out in
permission do you stand before me? This castle is the domain of King Vendrick. Is your trespass intentional?
Mate, I would have tried to knock gently, but the guards were not actually kind.
Where has he gone? You are a guest of our castle. I am the Chancellor.
Anyway, this is Chancellor Velleger. I forgot actually how it's pronounced, you mentioned that. Apparently he told us that the king might not be here after all. So where did he went?
My lord, the king has... The queen has taken him.
What?
My lord,
Well, it seems this king had a wife, so maybe if we find her, we should talk to her.
For the ages. He vanquished 4 great ones and built this kingdom upon their souls.
Huh.
Our king has
You mentioned that the King Vendrick became a royal after he killed 4 great souls and acquired them.
We must fight back, or the giants will take Dragleg. The king had a dear queen, a woman of unparalleled beauty. Long ago, the queen came to us, alone, from afar.
And apparently the love of his life, which became of course the queen, actually came from a distant land. And convinced King Vendrick to wage war against the giants in another distant land.
At his side. The king commandeered their power and created the golems. With the golems, the king created this castle to celebrate victory and to show his love, his gratitude to his queen. The queen brought peace to this land and to her king. A peace so deep, it was like the dark. Is this some sort of a dream? Where am I? What has happened to our castle? Who are you? And by whose permission do you stand before me? Welcome, visitor. Our guests are treated with honor. This is the way of our castle. Tell me if you should require anything.
Anyway, after you exhausted all this dialogue, the Chancellor actually you can buy some stuff from him. Not much, but some stuff you can even learn a gesture from him. Let's see, we have the flamberge. Essentially equipment that we saw on the guards beforehand. Also a bracing knuckle ring, which slows the equipment degradation. Yeah, why not? We never know if it will come in full or not. Elemental arrows, we don't really need them. Life gems, I guess. Divine blessing, repair powder. No, we don't need it.
I keep forgetting there's a Five Nights at Freddy's film coming out.
Be safe on
Starring one of the actors in it is Matthew Lillard of all people.
Yeah, he's playing William Afton, if I recall correctly. Anyway, behind the Chancellor there's the throne room. A bit... it's a bit, dilapidated and uninhabited. With 2 vacant thrones. I wonder what happened to the royals. Maybe we'll actually find them out. Who knows. For the time being, we have a castle to explore. Continue, Libs.
There's Dune Part 2.
June, huh? Oh, Dune! Oh, so it wasn't actually delayed that much.
Well, I haven't heard anything about it, so for the moment we can still assume it's coming out in November.
Because we haven't really seen a trailer, haven't we?
Oh no, I think there was a trailer.
Okay, then maybe I just didn't notice it.
The Marvels. Okay, I'm not interested in it, but the new Hunger Games movie.
Of course we needed that.
Trolls band together.
The third one, we knew it. That one, I know that it was coming.
Yeah. Wish, the new Disney movie. Napoleon.
Right,
Yeah,
the Ridley Scott movie biopic.
With Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon.
Ow. Go on, sorry.
It's December. Wonka.
Which nobody's particularly interested about. I made a trailer recently and bless Timothy Chalamet is trying, but not enough.
I mean, as long as they release Wonka chocolate again, I'm alright with it.
Promotional items ahoy.
The new Chicken Run movie.
Yeah. Where, God, I forgot his name. Shazam's actor, is replacing Mel Gibson, and nothing of value was lost.
So they replace one actor with issues with another.
Yeah. Alright, let's open this chest.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Which we haven't seen a trailer of. Did one I do know.
A remake of The Colour Purple, which is a musical.
Did we needed that? Like a remake of The Color Purple? I don't remember the original being that in needed of an update. But again, I've been seeing it a long time.
And Michael Mann's first movie in years, Ferrari.
Oh, it talks about the company?
It's a film about Enzo Ferrari, the guy who founded
The Ferrari company, yeah. Automobile company.
Yeah, it's his first film since Black Hat in 2015.
I guess it took Sabbath years.
Sabbatical, well, because Black Hat was a major financial disaster. It cost 70 million and it only made 19.7, and that's in spite of having people like Chris Hemsworth in the movie.
Again, unfortunately, having star power does not automatically make the movie successful at the box office, regardless of quality, obviously. Alright, let's move forward and hopefully none of these other statues will animate. Help me and when impossible. Okay, let's open up. If I recall correctly, here forward there should be the bonfire. Yes, there it is. Thank fuck. Especially because the upcoming room is one of the more, you know, tedious ones of the entire place. So we'll have to work around because it has the golem mechanic that I mentioned. Behind that particular door, if I recall correctly, is the road that leads to the end game. But since it's closed to that ring and we don't know yet the entire story, we cannot yet proceed. Anyway, this particular room is chock full of these spear guards, and we need to activate a couple of other golems in order to proceed. So we need to be careful. Especially because they can also open up these doors, but we have no indication of what can be behind them. It could be a treasure, but there could also be an enemy. Thankfully, again, we have the bonfire here, so even if we die, we will just respawn right here. And thankfully, the doors that you unlock, the contraptions that you have unlocked do stack up, so you don't have to re-kill the enemies again. Come on, get here.
It's a happy day, Spin.
Stuck in this room? I don't know. Yeah, let's see what's behind this door. If I recall, oh, I already unlocked it. If I recall correctly, it should be the way up, but we don't really. But we might as well take a bit of time to explore the rest of the room. Ow. Alright, since it's been a while, treasure chest. What do you think, guys? It's a trap, it's a mimic, or neither? Which?
Mimic.
It's fine, probably.
Alright, let's test it out again.
They can't all be mimics. Come on.
Heads, Shiroi,
Plenty of
tails,
mimics.
dweebs. Alright, let's try again. It's fine. And it contains a bunch of dark arrow, which we really do not need it.
First, you're gonna throw a hissy fit by rolling into all the barrels around the edge.
And we get a key item, the frozen flower. Let me check it out because I forgot exactly what do they do. A stone ornament shaped like a flower, cold enough to dampen the greatest heat. Opens the door to a new path from the Shrine of Winter found on the road to the Great Castle. Okay, that's stuff related to the DLC. We don't really need it right now. Soul of a hero. Look! Alright, like I said, the stairs upward move all the way forward, but let's check out a bit the room, or from where we came from anyway. What about game releases in October, Dweebs? Is there something that you're interested in? Because I know that October is positively full of releases.
Okay, 2023 in video gaming, which October that Microsoft Activision did upgrade free by them. Alright, October, there's this Gaia 7.
This guy, tactical RPG, probably it's not for you. It's done by it's the flagship title of NIS, not NIS America, technically the original company.
Assassin's Creed Mirage.
The one that we saw at the Ubisoft presentation, a sort of return to form.
Cricket 24.
Wow, my favorite.
Yay! Detective Pikachu Returns.
Right, that's supposed to come out in October.
Sword Art Online Last Recollection.
I sleep.
Forza Motorsports.
The new one, yeah. Which is I don't know if it's even available because I don't think they have a story.
River City Rival Showdown.
Faculty, it's still done by Way Forward.
The Switch release of Batman Arkham Trilogy.
Except Origins, for some reason. I don't know, again, for the sake of completionism and everything, they really should have just put it there among the others, like regardless of what they think.
The Caligula Effect 2.
It's, if I recall correctly, it's another RPG.
From Historia and Miss America.
Mm-hmm.
A re-release of an Agatha Christie game, Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, recently, thanks to Microids as the publisher, we got a bunch of Poirot themed games.
Endless Dungeon.
I remember the title, but I forgot exactly what the game is about. Well, I mean, aside from the title, obviously.
Endless Dungeon, of course.
Duh.
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm. I keep forgetting that that one was in October and not in November, December.
It's October, October the 20th, and it's competing against Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Same day release.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, considering they're drastically different, I'm pretty sure neither of them is directly harming the other.
City Skylines 2.
City Simulator, basically.
Yeah. Just Dance 2024.
Sure.
The Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
That one I might be interested to pick it up. Maybe not at launch, but if it gets on sale, I definitely might check it out and finally, give it a try on my own.
I mean, hey, Nintendo owners will get a version of Metal Gear Solid 1 with decent acting. The 80th reboot of Alone in the Dark.
Yeah, this one done by THQ Nordic after they acquired the IP from Atari.
Alan Wake 2.
I finished recently the first one, so I'm caught up. It's worth noting that the story also continues tangentially in the video game Control, which I will not elaborate, of course, because it involves massive spoilers. But rest assured that again, the Remedy is continuing that regardless.
And Total War Pharaoh.
Which did not have much marketing, but again, most of the Total War games are perfectly good to go anyway, so... Anyway, let's get up in the more, not courtyard, but upper levels of the castle. Go on, Dweebs.
Also, Minako's night market.
Going into November, there's the Smurfs 2, The Prisoner of the Green Stone.
Again, another thing that Microids is actually allowing.
Star Ocean, The Second Story R.
Yeah, I recommend that because again, it's definitely the more enjoyable of the Star Ocean games in terms of plot, and the gameplay is perfectly fine. If you pick it up. If you go just through the main story, you should not really have much of a problem, even if you don't know much about action RPGs.
Right, I'm going to assume if the game is going to be released in English, they'll redub it.
I don't know if it does the. I think it recycles the dub of the PSP version, which has Spike Spencer in the leading role.
Alright then. Thirsty Suitors?
Okay, this room is a bit weird. There are a bunch of masks on the walls. In fact, correctly, they will shoot rapidly darts if I open the chest. So right now I'm telling you no, it's not the case to open it. If I recall correctly, there's not much worth inside anyway.
Right. WarioWare Move It. The Double Dragon collections.
I don't know actually how much does it contain, but it's still nice that we get these kind of re-releases.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, which is what else? Modern Warfare 3. Interesting release duology on the 17th. Persona 5 Tactica and the remake of Super Mario RPG.
Clearly the same thing.
I mean, they're both RPGs.
Well, one is, again, Tactica is, as the name implies, tactical. So it's very different from the traditional turn-based stuff that also Super Mario RPG, you know, premiered on the Super Nintendo.
Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising.
It's a fighting game involving characters from Grand Blue.
Asterix and Obelix, slap them all too.
Yet another thing that Microids is allowing. Again, it's like in the past year or two, Microids decided to just, you know what, let's have a bunch of contracts for licensed games, why not?
And in December, to round off the year, Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince.
Yeah, which is a prequel to Dragon Quest IV.
I have to keep it up on the series, that's like a nightmare.
You have to ask Pedro, he knows more about it.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
How do I pronounce this? Dodon Pachi: Blissful Death Reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Maker 2 Regeneration.
Anyway, there's a portrait here, and if we get close to that, we start getting cursed very rapidly. So let's, what is this? A fucking Scooby-Doo mansion? Jeez.
If other games have come out since what I've said, fill in the blanks.
Obviously, I don't think... oh, fuck, I forgot. I got invaded by a phantom called the Nameless Usurper. A very, very skilled dagger user. And with a lot of health, too. Although I have seen this outfit somewhere else. Bloop. Fucking...
I gotta say, I've just been checking the screen that I'm going to see the Lord of the Rings in.
Mm-hmm.
It's really small.
I mean, it's a re-release of an already famous title. They're not gonna waste too much compared to, you know, proper release.
Pack 'em in tights.
I do get it because I got something similar last year. I went to see... Actually, no, it wasn't last year. It was this one, but towards the beginning. There was a re-release of Batman Forever. For some reason, I don't even know if it was the anniversary or something, and I took advantage of that. But the room in the theaters that they used was one of the smaller ones. There you go, and stay down.
I think the recent compilation film release of Demon Slayer got a bigger room. Yeah, I went to that. It was basically the last two episodes of the second series, I think, matched with the first episode of the most recent series.
Considering how one of its, you know, point of strength is the more beautiful, elaborate animation, you know, I get the idea why they would do that. Shit. Yeah, that's another gimmick of these particular knights. They can enchant their souls with Thunderous energy. I will try to make sure they don't do that too much often, Shiro, don't worry. And up we go towards the... And if we get here, we are confronted with a queen. The person that King Vendrick, you know, fell in love with. Queen Nashandra. Let's talk to her.
You have fought admirably on your journey, cursed undead. I am Nashandra, Queen of Drangleic.
Do I have a binocular? I'll
carries
use it
the
later.
weight of their souls.
Maybe she can tell us what to do.
The last king of this land, King Vendrick, as he was called. He found the strength to rule his people. And when the undead were born, cursed, he found more strength to face them. But in the end, he never took the true throne. Visit Vendrick.
Oh. Okay, Miss Nashandra, but
We have
where
no
can I
need
actually
for
find
two
him?
rulers.
Yeah, no need for two rulers. So the Chandra is telling us that King Vendrick just disappeared, he's not anymore fit to rule, and if we play our cards we might actually get succeed him. I wonder. Especially because some events don't seem to align as much as we think they would. Let's see if we can summon some Pilgrim Bell Clear. Especially because we have another boss fight ahead, so let's get all the help we can. Well, if I recall correctly, this one is a cleric, so I don't know how much help she can be. Especially because we have a particular boss, a dual fight against 2 Dragon Rider. If you forgot, one of these is the one... This is the same guy that we fought in the Hide Tower, you know. But in this case, it's 2 for the price of 1, you know. Prepare for trouble and make it double.
It feels weird now that watching the I haven't seen this in the new anime, but it does feel
Without
weird.
Team Rocket.
Yeah, there's no Team Rocket, there's no Ash.
That's also the other thing, like, if it's supposed to be based around Gen 9, Gen 9 did have a villainous team, but not one that you could say it's conventional, you know? Because it's a bunch of school bullies that don't really intend to, you know, ruin the world or being terrorists. They just fuck around, kinda like Team Yell, if not a bit less. Yeesh. Let's see if I can defeat one first. Yes. 1 down, 1 to go. This boss is still pretty straightforward if you know what you're doing, especially since you have, you know, previous experience with the other Dragon Rider. There's a boss ahead which is much more, you know, difficult that we need to defeat before proceeding. First, thanks, Belclair. We get the Dragon Riders. And there's also even a bonfire here. How convenient. Actually, Dweebs, you can tell me, since you just mentioned it, about the new anime series of Pokemon. Like, does it already have an English release with a dub or not?
Well, they released the first 10 minutes of it as a preview.
So do we know who's the voice caster? That's what I'm asking.
Let me go to the page.
Ow. Piece of shit.
Not many people that I recognise.
I guess it's fresh blood.
Yeah, a few fresh blood, some that have been active but haven't been in that many major projects, and there are a couple of veterans. And funnily enough, one of them is Crispin Freeman, and he was actually a writer for the very early days of the 4Kids dub.
Sure. Why
And
not?
this is the first time he's actually done any acting in the role. My guess is because, unlike all the other series, this one's actually done under a union contract.
What a novel concept.
Yeah, took him a while, but they got there.
Eventually.
I guess since it's a new series anyway, they were like, yeah, just why not?
Again, fresh start and everything. So technically, now that I think about it, basically the last movie that Pokemon got is Secret of the Jungle, I guess, then.
It's fine enough.
No, I don't mean the quality, I was just thinking about what exactly it was.
Yeah, that was the last movie we got. It came out 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Which does involve a legendary from Gen 8, right?
Well, I can't remember. I can't remember it all exactly. I mean, there was a well, the main Pokemon character was like obviously is Rude.
Yeah, that's the one. Also, yes, this dungeon also introduces a new enemy type, which can occasionally pop up. Ghosts with swords that pop up from the wall. This really is a Scooby-Doo mansion. Why Zoinks Dweebs?
Zoinks, where's Scooby?
I guess you will have to fill the role. Alright, let's see if I can lure these assassins. This second part of the dungeon recycle a couple of enemies from previous ones, like the assassins from, you know, the Heretic. We saw there was a... Ow, 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 no, 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 no. There was an archer from the Iron Keep, and we will see a couple more of them. There we go. Alright, Golem, do your thing. Which activates the elevator, which will help us get something later on. Cool. Let's move on. Okay, we have... Oh, let's see. Sellsword Silhouette. We will summon him later. We have not one, but two chests here. So, do you feel lucky, Dweebs?
No.
Shiroi?
I'll say no this time.
Alright then, we'll save them for another time. Let's see if we're moving forward. Oh, we're here. Okay, normally, in the normal edition of the game, the vanilla one, this particular room would be relatively empty, just a bunch of enemies scattered throughout. In here, however, for Skull First Scene, they decide to fill in with a copy of the fucking steed that we faced in the hunting grounds. You know, the one that was carrying the... the chariot. Shit. And since he has a bit of health, we need to... Fuck! It's like a truck. You know, well, maybe I should have some sort of loot in. If I recall correctly, after I kill it, he will not spawn anymore. So it's more of a case of, you know, just to offer you as a sort of mini-boss. And especially because the placement doesn't really make sense, admittedly. They just wanted to put a high-level mob in here to give a bit of extra challenge, and it's just copy-pasted. Like, it happens, I understand. Alright, time to transform into glue this bitch. There you go. We get a Gower's Ring of Protection. What does it do? The ring of the assassin's Gower, who has killed 6,000 kings and several distinguished clergymen, reduces damage taken from behind. For an assassin, whose own life is always at stake, the greatest liability is one exposed back. I mean, it's not wrong, I guess. Let me use this time to equip the Bracing Knuckle ring and remove the cat ring. This will allow me to... Especially, we will need it for the future because there's an upcoming dungeon that really tests your patience when it comes to the degrading of the equipment. Do I want to go up or exit? Let's see. Let's try to exit the door first. Always heavy, these doors. If I recall correctly, by going here I should be able to unlock a shortcut. Dead end. I mean, yeah. But first, let me take on... Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I know what's gonna happen. Just let me take on this guy. This archer. Yup, I knew it. It's a fucking gargoyle.
I've heard good things about that.
Second season is a bit more miss. I still need to see for the third season. But the first one is great. It really feels like it was the answer, the Disney answer to the Batman animated series. But I really enjoyed it for what it did. The Italian dub was actually pretty cool, but again, the original cast is also pretty great. They recycle all the people from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah.
And keep David as the main role, interestingly enough.
So a TV show does 1/3.
Not many people know, but Keith David, you know, before Gargoyles was mostly associated with horror movies. He still did them afterward, and he's still doing them to this day. But many people think it was more of a case of fantasy and sci-fi media that Keith David would be present, but no, he actually was more specialized. We saw a very young version of him in John Carpenter's The Thing. But there's also, you know, They Live with Roddy Piper.
Speaking of horror, I haven't seen any of the Exorcist films yet.
The first one is a classic, but your mileage may vary when it comes to, you know, how much scary it actually is. You know, it really depends on you. It was one of the big three back then when it came out, in order to establish the more mainstream appeal of cinemas, along with Star Wars and Jaws. Yeah, there are two pyromancers in this room, which I could care less about. Yeesh! They love throwing bombs at me. What is wrong with you? There we go. Oh yeah, and there you go, that's one of the ghosts in the wall. It really is kind of like a Scooby-Doo kind of mechanic. There you go. Alright. Repair power and the flame butterfly. Let's also open up, which unlocks a shortcut from the road to the bonfire. Alright, there's another chest here. Might as well ask. Lives.
No.
At some point, Wibbs, you should need to try trusting a chest. Cheery.
I don't.
I'll say no again.
Alright then.
You guys in the fuck.
Well, that, if I believe that, I wouldn't have asked Wibbs, trust me. Especially because with the equipment that we have right now, we're perfectly good to go. So any bonus that we get is a surplus. Alright, let's try to use the elevator that we got unlocked from before. Oops, elevator music, please. That's not really much of an elevator music.
Well, yeah, I don't get much time.
Man, how tall is
a lot
this
of left,
tower?
actually, to you, lifts I've been in have all been silent, so there's my elevator.
We don't really have a lot of skyscrapers here in my country, so we don't really have the chance to have something akin to elevator music. By opening this door, we find... oh... have I interrupted something? Are you okay? I need a special key to open this room, which has this cage, which has a woman inside. We should come back here later. But anyway, there are two more chests in this. Now, actually 3, actually. Do you care to try your luck with at least one, Dweebs? Like, west, east, or north?
Well, a lot of the best things come from the west, so go for that.
Sherry?
Yeah.
Alright, let's try the west one. Why not? If I recall correctly, none of these is technically booby-trapped, but, you know, just for funsies. We get the key to the King's Passage. Actually, this is a critical item that we needed. I forgot it's found here. The key to the King's Passage inside Rangley Castle. King Vendrick tried all manner of things to purge the curse that threatened his kingdom. But when every last attempt failed, the king fled through the King's Passage. Alright, sorry I forgot about that there might be critical items, so let's open up the other 2 chests, why not? The fact that our bloodstains, strong magic shield, may remind me that this may be a mimic. So let me try one of the talismans just to be sure. Okay, I'm not distant enough. Okay, doesn't seem to be. No, okay, it wasn't. But why are there bloodstains? Soul vessel and a fire seed. Weird. Maybe it's an invasion spot. I don't know. Man, this tower really is tall.
I mean, it wouldn't be much of a tower if it wasn't.
Alright, if I recall correctly, the key that we acquired should actually open up the door that we have right in front of us. Yes, actually, there we go. This actually should lead us directly to the confronting the boss.
Should that go? Time frame is 52 minutes 15 seconds.
Yeah. We'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just, wait up and I will grind a bit more or explore a bit the things that I didn't do. Especially because, unfortunately, there are some knights here. Although I should warn you, Shirei, from this point on, there's a bit of a thunderstorm going, so your discretion is advised when it comes to, bolts of lightning.
Alright.
Alright, don't seem to be any summoning signs, so let's just sprint forward to it. Actually, there is one. Fuck! Boyd! Come on! Come out, Boyd! There you go. Nope, no chance. I got kicked. My ass got kicked before I could get the fog gate, so we'll try this one more time, and hopefully it will work out. Maybe I should try to summon Lloyd then. Let me pop up the I mean that's how it works. Alright, let's see. I think I should get from up here.
Climbing animation.
Yeah, because I speed it up thanks to the stamina. Swig is booty.
Swiggity swooty. That ladder's going
Too much to the booty. Alright, let's deal with the assassins. No! I mean, kinda. There's the summoning sign, so let's try to carry over Luette until we get back to where the boss is. Since Luette is a shade, we will not stay up for long, so let's try to not lure too many enemies. Come on, Luette. With dual wielding shields, what a tread. There we go. Let me get Desert Sorcerer's Suit and a Dragon Charm. Moving on. Luette, move! I even busted my ass to summon you for nothing. Come on, you have a job to do. More statues. God. Oh fucking waken all of them. Thankfully Luet is acting a bit of a shield, as a meat shield, and thanks to his literal shield he should be able to absorb most of the damage.
That's very rude.
Fortunately, Luet has considered his task completed and is returning to his work. Fuck. I mean, I guess at least it cleaned up the place. Alright, let's try to summon only Boyd and give it this one try. Alright, Boyd, let's go. We have to defeat the boss of the area. This will actually promotional material. The Looking Glass Knight. It is a bit of a spectacle actually. It's a complete silver armor with an actual, mirror as a knight, as for a shield. And true to its name, you will need to circle strafe on his right because the shield really is impenetrable. All of your attack will just, not bounce off, but will not give any damage. Ow. Okay. The thing about the Looking Glass Knight is that these combos can be a bit unpredictable. It can perform like a one combo, but then decide to throw two or three extra hits depending on your position. Again, timing is critical in actually predicting his movement. And again, like with most of the bosses, the key is to not get greedy and not, panic towards panic towards the attack, because if you dodge like too early, the boss will actually take advantage of that. And now his gimmick from his shield, which is a mirror, will pop out a Dark Phantom. Sometimes it can be randomly generated, sometimes it can be an actual enemy player controlled by an actual, another person that can fuck around. This is a gimmick that has been present roughly since Demon Souls, with Miyazaki, offering both the cooperation, but also, trying to have a bit of fun by forcing players to fight each other. There we go. And if I was alone, the knight, in that case, the fight would be 2 versus 1, in that case, for the boss advantage, which is never a good thing, technically. Alright, I will try to bait. The good thing about the NPCs Phantom that you sign, that they have good stats and good equipment, so they can take care of themselves for the most part, Ow. It really ultimately depends also what their programming decides to do, if they want to feel, greedy in attacking the enemy or not. Yeah, that's another thing. The knight can also launch that projectile if he coats the sword in lightning. Come on, not too much left.
I have the power.
It kinda is like that. Oh no, it wants to pop up on our Phantom. Yeah, Boyd, you will deal with that too. I'm almost out of Estus too. Come on, Boyd. We're almost there. We cannot lose. We cannot actually trip on the finishing line. There we go. Done it. And if I defeated the knight, the Phantom goes immediately too. Cool thing we managed on the first try, but admittedly Boyd actually gave a big help. Alright, If I recall correctly, under these leaves there should be the next bonfire, so that's where we'll start things out. Especially because the upcoming dungeon is not one of the most kind. There we go. There we are. Alright, let me see if I can... something happens if I do this. Okay, no, it's... Alright, just before we're done, let me get this. Green Blossom. Sure, why not? So there seems to be a lot of vegetation in this area under the castle, and if I recall correctly, there it is. That's what we're gonna do the next time, the Shrine of Amana. Not poisonous, but still a swamp nonetheless. So, tune in next time, where we try, emphasis on trying, to get through this. Trust me, this is one of the more painful parts of the game. See ya!
See ya.
See ya. Jinx.